Good morning, everybody. It's Lisa Strickland here. How are you today? So, I'm in sunny Queensland at the moment, and it is absolutely beautiful here, and the weather's beautiful. So, I decided to come outside to talk to you today and have a chat. You've got to take advantage of that wonderful, wonderful weather when and where you have it. So, especially in winter, but we seem to be having a really unseasonably warm winter here this year, which has put a great big smile on my face because I love the weather when it's warm. So today we're going to have a talk about 7 tips to assist you for a better night's sleep. Now, good sleep is important for good health. And when you have any sort of chronic illness, it can be really, really elusive. And it's really hard to, we have to think about the different things that we can do ourselves to assist us to get a better night's sleep and a sounder night's sleep. So, the nighttime is a time when our body is regenerating, and it really needs that time to be able to re-level our body's hormones out, regenerate cells and tissue and all that side of things. So really important to be able to get that night's sleep and good quality sleep. So, we rely on our bodies for so much. And when we having that extra strain of having a chronic illness, we've got other things we need to start to do to assist our bodies to feel better. So getting a good night's sleep will give us the energy to be able to go for our walks and start to do those things that we really need to do to be able to assist our body with the inflammation that we're dealing with. So when you're looking at the different ways of thinking about your night's sleep and really, increasing the hours that you're getting in regards to the quality of sleep that you're needing, number one tip is to actually spend a little bit of time in the natural sunlight like I'm doing right at the moment. The natural sunlight is really good to set your circadian rhythms. So it's really good to assist your body to actually sleep. And there's lots and lots of studies out there that have been done that show that if you are getting, your half an hour to an hour of a nice sunlight and natural light of some description, it will assist you to be able to sleep of an evening. So something that's really important, getting out there at lunchtime if you're working in an office and just being able to expose yourself to really good, lovely, natural sunlight is a really good way to assist your body, because we do tend to lock ourselves away a lot in our houses when we're not feeling well, or if we are working at work. So getting out there and having that little bit of time out, even if you could go for a walk in the morning, anything like that is going to assist your body with its sleep. Now, electronic devices is number 2. Now, the blue light from electronic devices absolutely, completely, the only word you can think of is really unbalances your body and its systems. So it's really important to think about that in the evening time. So 1 to 2 hours before you go to bed, you really need to be getting off of all your screens, including the television, and really start to wind down off of any computers, TVs, and that side of things. That will really assist your body with your sleep. Now, it's, you're getting rid of that stimulation that you're getting. Now, you can read a book, but try and read it as in a book. Don't actually read it on a screen. If you can do that, that will be really good. Listen to some music, go and have a bath, do all those sort of things, sort of the hour or so before bed, so that you're actually coming off of all of your screens, because they really do wreak havoc with our mind. It keeps our mind active as well. On top of all the radiation and all the other sides to the blue screens, it's keeping that mind active, and you really need to be winding down from your day to enable you to be able to go to sleep and sleep well. and really, get yourself away from it, and then you're not worrying about things as well. So you're just really backing out of your day and winding down so that you can go to sleep and be regenerated to be able to start your day once you wake up the next day. So the other thing is caffeine. Now, we need to try and stay away from caffeine in the evenings. If you're having, a lot of trouble sleeping, no coffee and no tea. Tea and coffee have large amounts of caffeine in them. Any sort of stimulant drinks, any of those sort of things, you need to try and stay away. So better to go for the herbal teas or some water. Anything like that is much better for you of an evening than to actually go for any caffeinated drinks. The other thing is just try and, if you do get up in the middle of the night to go to the loo, just be aware that that also is going to cause your sleep to be disturbed. So actually try and reduce, sort of an hour before you go to bed. Try not to be drinking too much water or any drinks, so that you can actually have a longer night's sleep as well and not have that disturbing of having to get up and go to the loo. Okay, so naps during the day. So if any of you are lucky enough to be at home or you're not well and you need, you do nap during the day, then it's really important to reduce, if not try and cut them out. Because if you're still sleeping at night time, that's great. But if you're not sleeping good quality sleep at night, you need to reduce the amount of naps that you're having during the day. So really cut them down and cut them out so that you can actually get that good quality sleep at night time. Now, the other thing is your bedroom environment. Really important to look at keeping your bedroom a little bit cooler. Now, by doing that, it's been found that we sleep a lot better. We don't overheat, and you can, if you want to, shuffle down into the bedclothes a little bit more, but that actually allows you to sleep a lot better if you have a cooler environment in your room. Also, the darkness, okay? So darkness is really, really important in your room. So just keep that light down. If not, completely turn everything off that you can and keep your room cool and dark at night time. That will assist you also with your quality and your sleep, okay? Now, the other thing that we're up to number 6, and number 6 is don't eat late at night. Now, eating late at night is your digestion is moving, everything's going, so your body's stimulated. And so to get a good quality sleep at night time, you really need to be eating a little bit earlier. So try not to leave it too long of an evening. So, you need to, at least 2 hours before you go to bed, you need to have eaten and gotten everything over and done with, because otherwise it's going to also impact your sleep, okay? Now, number 7 is setting a consistent bedtime routine. Now, a consistent bedtime routine may be for you. Now, you've got to be realistic here when you do this. Okay, so no good saying 8:30 and then once a week you can get to bed at 8:30. That just doesn't work. So you need to look at, say, if you say, okay, 9:30 is a good time for me to go to bed. Okay, so I'm going to do 9:30, because if you go to bed a little bit earlier than that, that's okay. But you really don't want to be going in and above that, because if you do, what happens is you get into a routine and you're going to bed at 9:30 most nights or a little bit before. The moment you step out, and you'll notice it if you go out or you do something that's out of the ordinary that you don't normally do, and you go to bed at, say, midnight, the next morning, other than the fact that you're usually awake and asleep, the next morning you feel like you've been hit by a bus overnight. So really think about that side of things, and try and make a consistent bedtime routine that you can do as much as possible at the same time. So there you have it. There's 7 tips to a better night's sleep. I'm Lisa Strickland, and think about it. What can you do to improve your night's sleep?